Montrose, Colorado.
Welcome to the Great American Crawl.
Montrose is cool. This is a great place to be. Super nice trails. Similar terrain to what we're typically used to, I guess. Desert.
A few extra trees.
Yeah, had some trees. Absolutely had some trees. Day one, Montrose, Colorado.
Who are you on the phone with?
My wife.
Oh.
She's making sure that you're doing your job.
I'm trying.
I know. You're doing all right.
Thanks.
So the trails we ended up on had some good boulder fields, and like I said, there's more trees out here than we've got in Las Cruces, so you're able to kind of bob and weave for some shade when you needed it. The trails were super cool, and we had a good time.
Topless was a little uneventful, I guess, for what we're normally used to, but it was good for everybody to go get their feet wet and kind of break everybody in. It's good not to just jump in head deep to super extremes on the first days, depending on your crowd. So that was good.
Great place. We will a lot in Texas and New Mexico. It reminds me a lot of that, especially Las Cruces, with a lot of the canyons going up through it, the boulder fields and the ledges crawling up through there.
Technical crawling is my thing, my wheelhouse, and I loved it.
I'd say you probably want to grab it almost in the crack even.
There was a lot more silt dirt that was getting on the obstacles and the rock faces that, you know, was hindering traction, you know, and you get in the bottom and it'll start digging and making holes at the bottoms of it, and then, you know, it's carrying dirt up it and it gets super slick. So we did encounter that quite a bit.
Yeah, walking up into the first obstacle on Topless there, I started walking right up it, turned driver just a little too quick. It slid my whole Jeep down and never recovered from there. If I'd stayed passenger another 2-3 seconds, I'd have walked right up it. But that's how it goes. It's game inches at times. And I wanted to make Dana look good.
I just crawled right up it. And that's the technical part that I love, you know, slow and steady. It was easy to me. I mean, it was a great beginning trail to get familiar with the area and the trails and kind of the terrain. So it was good. I liked it. Felt like a little trail ride, some of it, which I enjoy that as well. So it was nice just to be able not to have to be so technical all the time and just enjoy the ride. It was great.
So Topless in general was on our trail list. It was rated as one of our easier trails, but I mean, it was a really pretty trail. Getting through there were some places where the trees were really thick and really tight. I mean, there were places where you were putting tire on a tree on either side just to get through, and it was cool. It was just some tight technical driving, but nothing really extreme.
Well, and that's always handy too, you know, is be able to just go enjoy the scenery sometimes and not have to deal with ballistic rock crawling the whole time too. You know, it's a nice break, I guess, sometimes just go beep bop around and kind of just enjoy the day, you know.
Watching videos and listening to some of the trail guides and stuff talk, they kind of, you know, egged it on like it wasn't really much of anything. So I thought it was something we were going to fly through and be done with in no time. We were just kind of using it as a filler to get some separation before we had to do a harder trail. But I liked it. It ended up being a really good trail. It was fun. It had some nice stuff on it.
Thank you.
So far, no one has been stuck.
Yeah, that's good. Or broken.
Or broke. You can't believe you just said that.
Yeah, poor guy, having his old lady pull him around. That was, I can't even, and she was soaking it up, I think. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna pull him. It was funny.
We're not 100% sure what happened. Best guess is that the fuel system was just getting really, really hot and he was just having some vapor lock issues.
There you go.
And then it just kind of self-recovered itself. So I'm guessing once that fuel system had time to cool down, that was really all it needed. And he was able to drive it out the rest of the way there, I believe, and then all day today, not a single issue.
By the time we dealt with Chris's truck, and then Kelsey had to drag it for a ways, and then we had to let her truck cool off. I want to say we got back to the parking lot at like 3. I think it was like 3 o'clock. And we said, okay, well, let's go do Calamity. That's supposed to be a pretty short trail with a pretty cool exit. So we headed out, and you know, we got through the first section of it, and then we ran up on the backside of another group that was in there with a bunch of people trying that pretty hard exit. Yeah, I mean, for being, you know, not a hard rated trail, to exit it on Calamity is pretty nasty.
Calamity had some tight squeezes coming through it. Like I say, it's running up a lot of canyons and stuff like that. Once you get on the trail, there's really no way to get off of it or turn around, so you're pretty much stuck running into that trail. It's a great trail, a lot of technical lines, not many bypasses. Towards the end, there's bypasses there, but that's about it. So.
It's exactly what did happen though. You know, we usually like, man, we've still got some time, let's go hit another one real quick. And it's always the best of intentions and we have time to do it, but it's usually when things go south and things go wrong. Just to get maneuvered around some of that stuff, you know, I had a couple of spots where between the shelves and the boulders and trees, man, an inch wider, and I'd have been in trouble.
there was just like this shelf that I guess was kind of like a bowl area wall thing. So we're looking at it, and well, way far left, there's like a spot where maybe you could get some tires up it. It almost got it.
I mean, literally there was that much of the stupid belly that,
yeah,
if it would have cleared,
if that little step boulder had been just a little bit taller, but I mean,
bumped
it
the
was,
air shocks up a little bit, we would have been all right.
But it was, I mean, it was a shelf. I mean, the undercut was probably 2 foot.
Well, and just back to the silt sand, I mean, the top and the bottom was covered in it, so, you know, you had that silt sand to polished rocks. It's almost like spraying grease on it, you know, it makes it super slick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were.
I mean, I had a good nap, man. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like we were there for like 3 or 4 hours by the time that I woke up. I will say that was probably like top 6 most worst naps I've ever had.
That one area before the last obstacle, that last wall, we were horrible. I failed everybody miserably, it seemed like.
Yes.
I couldn't figure out that little rock pile to save. I got Andy through it without no glitch, it seemed like, but everybody else, we struggled getting everybody through it. So I got a little frustrated yesterday with that. I did, absolutely.
I watched it flop, and then he actually drove out of it. He had 2 people pushing on the roof while he was backing up to drive out of it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That section was just really tight, had a couple big boulders that had kind of a V up them, but the problem was it had gotten dug out so bad on the other side that once you got up over it, you dropped your tires onto like nothing with traction. It was all just silty dirt.
Ledges walking out of there, you're talking 8-foot ledges coming out of there. And then there's a tight squeeze right before you get into the ledges that everybody's having trouble getting through because it was very washed out, dug out from all the Jeeps that have been going through there.
That V-notch belly contraption was horrible, but yeah, we got that XJ guy up there, and yeah, then we got everybody up on that big wall, and
Back up. Right there, back up a little bit more. Roll through that.
I think me and Nick have a little bit of a dysfunctional relationship. We're working on it. That's what you say nowadays, right? We're working on it. We're working on it.
They're seeing a counselor.
Yeah, I mean they're.
You're not gonna fall off. Come back. More. 8 inches. Come on. More. 8 more inches. Come on. Go. Freaking butthead.
He's probably my favorite to pick on. I think I can get under his skin pretty good, and I think that's part of why I do it. So, you know, that's, I think, my motivation to poke at him, you know, so it's fun. We have a good time with it.
It's either gonna crawl or you're gonna have to back up just a hair and roll it.
So driver's side up that crack.
Pretty much, yeah.
Got it. Up crack. Driver little. Passenger.
We get him through, and then I turn around and it's a totally different vehicle, and you know, trying to adapt to seeing that sometimes is a little painstaking, I guess. And that's where I get internally frustrated sometimes too, is just you think something's gonna work because it just worked, and then now it absolutely doesn't work for the next guy. So sometimes you gotta stop, take a break, reevaluate so you can make a good decision, you know.
It was a good deal. Got to be about 7:30 at night, and I was getting hungry and tired, so opted for the opted for the optional bypass to get out of there, and then we kind of hit the road and ran about 60 miles an hour all the way back in town to get food.
You know, there wasn't anything too terribly crazy getting up to it, but the exit was something. And I met Jason out at the Las Cruces crawl. Great dude, and you know, he's good. He's really, really good with spot placement, and you know, it's one of the few. You know, it's one of the guys that I have zero reservations when he's spotting me. You know, I know he knows my comfort level and he knows what he's doing, so.
Driver. Passenger. Let it work.
You know, we backed up and, you know, one good bump and she came shooting right up it.
Go. Get it. That was cool. Bertha.
Yesterday was a long day, but it was a lot of fun. There was just a lot of waiting.
And that's part of the deal with this game too, is it's a hurry up and wait game. As far as I see it, is if it's not that, you take that as a win. You just gotta expect it every single time because there's too many variables, broken stuff, or you know, obstacles that should take 5 seconds that take 50 minutes, you know, so that's just part of that, I think. Every time we come out, every time I go out, I plan for all day, every single time.
For 4 years now, Great American Crawl's been going strong. You know, we've got great support from the companies that allow us to put these events on at no cost to the attendees. You know, your barbecue is always going to be free. We're going to get you, you know, your free driver's shirt. Raffle prizes from all the companies involved are awesome. You can go to www.greatamericancrawl.com. Hope you guys come join us at a future event. We'd love to see you out there.
What's for dinner?
I think Mexican, no?
Mexican.
Yes.
Colorado
Mexican.
don't have Mexican
Right,
food.
yeah, right across the street from
No,
me.
they
Yes.
don't.
We
Mexican
walk across the street.
Yes, yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm a Mexican food snob because we
Yeah.
come from
New Mexico?
Mexican food place.
Nuevo Mexico?
Yeah. Colorado don't have chili like they say they do.
He's on.
I'll fight somebody about it.
You want to fight that restaurant?
I might have to.